what we're going to demonstrate here today is what happens if you're unlucky enough to have a chip pan fire at home. Does anyone still use a chip pan? No? Oh, are you waving at someone else? Do you use a chip pan? No one still uses a chip pan? No, no one does any deep frying of any sort at all?
Oh yes.
The chips taste better, don't they? They taste way better. Our advice to people now is it's better not to have a chip pan. And the reason for that is they catch fire like this. If you're going to have deep fryers, have an electric deep fat fryer, they don't overheat. They turn off when they get too hot. If you leave your chip pan on and you forget about it or you fall asleep, it just gets hotter and hotter and hotter until it catches fire, which is what we're going to demonstrate to you here. Now,
Can you see the pan?
I'm just going to get down and turn it up a bit. It's going to be a bit of a fierce noise. Can you still hear me all right? Good. If you had a pan on the stove like that at home and it was smoking off, a pan of oil, your oil is far too hot. You need to turn it down. But we're not going to do that, we've just turned it up. It's going to get to the point, and it's going to take about 5 minutes, so my voice will probably go by then. Take about 5 minutes, the oil will get so hot, it will just ignite by itself. When it's ignited by itself, we're just going to turn the heat off. And we'll show you what the chip pan fire looks like. That in itself is bad enough. And then we're going to demonstrate how not to put it out. Now, how do we normally put fires out?
Not with water.
Sometimes they got water in them, but we don't use water on oil fires. No. Yeah, we do. What's your name? Nicole. Nicole says we don't use water on oil fires, sorry. And we don't use them on electric fires as well. So very, very good, Nicole. Well done. If you use water on an oil fire, the water turns into steam straight away. Water turns into steam at 100 degrees and the oil is something like 300 degrees. When it turns into steam, it expands nearly 2,000 times. And when it expands, it just throws all the burning oil everywhere. So that's the reason why we don't use it. Now, like all the best made plans, it doesn't want to ignite. So we'll give it 2 more minutes. We'll talk about smoke alarms. Now, has everyone got a smoke alarm in their house? Hello, Vicky. Everyone got a smoke alarm? Who hasn't got a smoke alarm in their house? Is there any children that want to tell on their parents? Should it go off when you're cooking? That's what you know when dinner's ready. As you can imagine, we're back to smoke alarms. These are very simple battery-operated smoke detectors. These are what we fit for free to anyone who lives in Hampshire. So if you haven't got a smoke alarm at home, get in touch with your local fire station. It will cost you nothing. They work exactly the same as the ones you buy in Argos or wherever. They only cost you £5 each. So if you can't be bothered to get the fire station around, just go and buy one at Argos. Have one fitted upstairs and downstairs, and then you'll be safe from fire. Right, as you can imagine, all that smoke, if that was in your enclosed kitchen, your kitchen would be full of smoke by now. You probably wouldn't be able to get near it. That's definitely the time to call the fire station. If you can turn the power off, turn the power off. If you can't, then make sure you call for 999. Talking of calling for 999, sorry. It'll start soon. When do you reckon it'll start? I reckon about a minute.
I'll say 10.
10 minutes? God help me if it's 10 minutes.
Chuck a match in.
That would be cheating.
Oh, it's going now. Oh, that's We haven't cold
Yeah.
them yet.
Right, we're going to turn the heat right up now. What is your name again? Nicole, can you keep an eye on it and let me know when it catches fire? I'm just going to... There's a flame there. It'll go soon. Just in time. Can you do something to get this going? Right. Who knows what to do if they discover a fire at home? Me? I'll ask you after. Anyone else know what to do if they discover a fire at home? Yes. 999. Right. We used to teach people to put fires out, and we don't do that anymore. We just suggest that the safest thing to do is gather everyone together and leave the house. 999, and we'll come and deal with it. Has anyone? It's going to go any second, I promise you. Has anyone thought about an escape plan for their own house? Did it really go there? Was that a false alarm? Right. Next time we're going to get it hotter before everyone turns up. Are you? Well done. Right. Has anyone thought about an escape plan for their own house? Who would, this is for the children, who would jump out the windows if the house is on fire? Would you? Would you? Would you all jump out the windows?
Yeah.
Right. Thank God for that. At the moment, it's reached its auto ignition temperature, so without the flames coming around the side, the oil's just hot enough to ignite itself. We're just going to let that burn for a little while just to get even hotter. If that was your house and you discovered that, if you can turn the power off, turn the power off. If you can't, just gather everyone together and leave the house. We used to teach people how to put fires like this out, and we don't do it anymore. We used to say use a damp tea towel, put it over the top. We don't do that anymore, and that's because too many people got hurt trying to tackle it. So the safest thing is just gather everyone together, leave the house. It may be possible, if you've got the lid to hand, to very carefully put the lid on. Down to small things, so like get nice and low, just slide the lid over, and that'll help to put the fire out. But the trouble is it doesn't really put it out properly, and it just ignites again. Thank God it did that. So what we use is a fire blanket, and we wrap the fire blanket around it, and we leave that fire blanket on, and if it ignites again we put another one on, and we put another one on. That tends to be how we deal with it. Right, now for the fun bit. The worst thing you can do is put water onto it. Just where down is there's a little cup, it's about the size of a teacup. Can you see the pipe above? The water runs from that cup straight into burning oil. So only a cup full of water will produce a big fire. Now we like to do a countdown for this. So kids from 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you like it?
Yeah, do it again.
It's fun, but the serious part is, if that was in your own kitchen and you were close to it, then you wouldn't stand a chance. I like it, so we're going to do it again.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. Everyone is at the front. Did you feel how hot that was? Did you feel it at the back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily the wind's going that way, so we didn't feel the heat so much. I think we might have one more shot out of that. Let's go. Ready kids, from 5.
They don't go and do it thinking it's fun.
That's good, wasn't it? Listen, you got a question? Sorry, I can't hear you. Right, what I'm going to get down to do is put the lid on, hopefully it'll go out, and we're going to do another one at about 12:30 if you really want to see it again. We're all going to be around here during that time, so if you've got any questions, come along and ask us. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Come back to the issue bar to say that she's found.
Oh,
Leon tries to carry Amy around.
That's so heavy. It's dangerous. We won't be going anywhere. Look at this doggy over here then. She's gonna get something.
We did, they did like last week, just wait and see now.
13 boys and 2 girls.
Oh, you go for it, there's something, yeah. We wanted to keep one last time, we wanted to have a living white one, but she never had one.
No, I saw Dave the other day actually, he said it was that's what he was trying to get.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Oh. She had one, just like
no, we have got, we do have
Well, it really, when we had an Iona, it really stuck in the morning. There was just like 3 of them everywhere. So I just shut myself up the back.
Good boy.
Do you agree with all this review? I do. Because they keep saying now all the dogs are obese. Shiny hair.
Put that on Facebook later.
You look like Mr. Bean now. No, you look like Mr. Bob.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, cool.
Make it real blood.
Whole blood pack. Whole head pack.
Give it a little wobble there.
Oh, it's all slipped off.
Maybe if you could cut his hair first.
No, I've been signed off again.
All boys.
No, there's a 3-inch slice right there. And she stitched it up. Just having a bandage put on. Oh!
There was some over on the stands
You got no
over
blood
there.
on yours?
Go and have a look over there.
You need oh yes you have.
The ones, there's some over that one and there's some on the green one.
Lay on the floor. Sorry. Ollie! Ollie!
Oh wow.
Jamie, he kind of ran away.
He's
gone to Mark.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
No!
I'll go now, nurse. Thank you very much.
It's on record. Right. Now you go around in front of him, walk towards him in front of him, and then I shall quick round. Go.
Did you?
Shit.
Hey, you alright? Bugger.
You can go on that one again in a minute.